Join me on the quest for George. What I simply mean is this: let's get at the autograph. I'm going to start saving for it, so yes, I will be budgeting. Let's get on with the search, shall we? Okay, so we have started our search process. Now, I want to take you through a few things and just a few different sites and pieces of information that I've found helpful over time, certainly to anybody new to the collecting game, as it were. And the first thing I just want to direct your attention to is this is my preferred acquisition right here. This is Genesis Publications Songs by George Harrison, Volume 1. You can see it's for £1,600. Now, this is on the Tracks UK website. Tracks UK Limited, or Tracks Limited UK, I should say, they are very good, incredibly reputable. I have dealt with them before. I highly recommend them for Beatles autographs. And, again, I really want to direct people as I'm doing these, videos, of course, and as I'm doing anything along the line, I want to direct you to what I feel are the best sources. There's really a lot of forgeries out there and a lot of fake autographs. I tend to stay away from other websites or random websites. These are the preferred ones I go to. So let's just take a look. So we have £1,600 right here. So as of the taping of this video, £1,600 UK, be about 2024. How appropriate for the year, right? 2024, let's round it to $2,025 plus tax. So I'll go back and I'm searching through. Let's just take a look. This just gives me an idea of what I want to look for. And as you can see, a little bit of the history right here. I like that it has a CD with it. Naturally, I don't know if I'd be playing the CD itself. I probably could download it and keep the CD with the book and just, download it and be able to play the songs whenever I wanted to. And as we're obviously reading, 1985 artist Keith West was introduced to George Harrison. And of course, thus began the collaboration. So this is book 97 of 2,500 limited edition copies. Each one numbered, and of course, autographed by George Harrison and Keith West. Well, okay, that's good to know. I like the outside here, right here. That's a nice layout. Take a look at the inside. The reason I'm gravitating towards this book, I mean, you can see right here. It's a wonderful autograph. Inklet's a little bit faded, but again, if this was done in the late 80s or even early 90s, I could see where the ink might fade a little bit over time. Also, just notice the very gnome-like drawings, very much George's style, even though it's Keith West actually illustrating it. George was known for his love of gardening, so that was one of his passions, besides the obvious of music. Autograph by the author there. I'm just going to take a look through, see if I could just kind of browse through a little bit. One right there. We're going to go ahead and go just a little bit down. Now, the good thing is Trax does offer installments on certain items. I'm actually currently doing an installment on a very separate item for it. So this is what I'm gravitating towards. But again, what if this is sold out by the time I actually want to get to it? Well, I've got some other options and ideas. Something like this would be nice. And I'm really going for something between about, let's say, 1974 to about the 90s, maybe to about, I don't know, a good 15-year period or so. Let's see, bring us up to 1989. I would say maybe between 1974 to about maybe 1992, somewhere around there, would be ideal. Again, that's a black and white photograph as we're searching. Autograph promotional photograph. I mean, it's obviously inscribed individually. It's a nice signature. Again, a little bit faded, and I'm expecting these because over time, unfortunately, George did not have as much time on this earth as we would liked him to have. And, naturally, ink is going to fade over time. I've looked at this one in the past. This is just to give another idea of what's out there. George Harrison autographed Cloud 9 CD booklet. Um, it's a first name only, so that's why it's a lower price. It looks okay to me. I mean, again, I love the Cloud9 photo, but I'm really looking more for a full autograph. That's what I want, and I want specifically a George Solo autograph for now, not only for for my own for my own collection, but I'm doing the individual autographs. I don't think I'd have enough money, quite honestly, maybe in my lifetime, to ever get all four Beatles autographs on something. This is something nice, kind of nice right here. Just looking at. See, now the funny thing is I'm going through this watch. Someone else is going to sweep some of these up. Please leave one for me, at least. Here we go. UK picture disc vinyl pressing of the 1979 George Harrison single entitled "Faster." Blue felt tip pen. See, I like this because felt tipped. That's going to last a little bit longer. That's front of the single, but again, it's really zooming in. That is a nice autograph. So, I mean, if we were doing 1750, right? Let's just go back to a little bit of math. 1750. So, roughly about $2,200 and some change plus shipping and taxes. So, that's certainly something that we could consider, but I'm going to go back. There was another one I was looking at. I think there was an I Me Mine. That's George's book from 1980 that was up here at some point. I don't know if it still is, but let's see. I'm just looking through real quick. And these are the current offerings on the Trax website as of right now. Again, we don't know what's going to be available in the future or what's going to happen. Um, See, just as I said with this right here, 5,950 for, what is it? All four Beatles autographs here. Yep, all four Beatles autographs right here. So you got Paul, George, and Ringo with the three X's beneath their signatures. That's George right there, Ringo right there, Paul right there, John Lennon right there. So, just looking through this, I mean, again, that's nice. I would love to have that, but definitely outside my budget. $7,500? No, I don't have that type of cash laying around. Unless people want to donate, I really don't mind. If you feel like you want to donate, I'm not going to say no. But realistically, I mean, these something like these items right here match what I'd like. Even this is kind of nice right here. Um, George Harrison and Jimmy Nail, 1991 autographed Eric Clapton ticket. Let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Royal Albert Hall. Okay, yep, so that's right there. Again, it's personalized, of course, but it's not bad. But again, I mean, I think the blue felt tip pen, or even this one right here. So the Genesis book, and again, as we're going down, this one right here seem to be the ones that stand out to me the most. So again, let's go with about what 2,200. We said the more expensive one was 1,750. Yeah, so roughly 2,200. We'll round it up to a little bit closer to 2,300 and some change. So that kind of shows you the search pattern that I go through. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of other sites that I enjoy and that I really do like looking at the books when they have stuff in stock. For example, Genesis Publications. They no longer have this same book in stock, but just to show you, what it looks like. No longer available. But it does list the CD tracks as well. Flying Hour. Yeah, Flying Hour is one of my favorite tracks right here. That's the bottom track. So again, this just gives a good description. I did get my Ringo autograph off this site, so they are very, very good. Let's also take a look at Taschen Books. Taschen Books is another reputable seller that I like. This was Linda McCartney, The Polaroid Diaries. It says for $3,000. I got it back in 2019 for 2,200. So again, you had, as I showed in that other video, does have Paul's signature and everything. Just a couple of the photos. Just going through real quick. And let's just go back and see if we can go through any other photos with the George book as well. So this just shows you, again, these are some of the more reputable sites that I really like going to. Now, besides these two, some other good, basically good, here we go. Let's eliminate that. Some other good discussion forums. Here we go. Autograph Live. Autograph Live, I really recommend these folks because, they've been able to help. They've got a lot of different experts on this particular forum. In fact, I didn't plan this, but John Lennon Flying Loop O Study, Your Help Needed. So it's a featured discussion. So they don't just go into, obviously, music, but of course, music, sports, history, Hollywood, all that type of thing. So, it's really nice to have basically the information. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to have links to everything below. So in the description, I'll link to these different sites that you can go ahead and take a look at. But for our purposes, so I'm looking at tracks and I'm looking at those two. So again, that book right here, 1,600 pounds. And this right here, 1,750 pounds. So those two seem to fit the criteria, one from 1979 and one from, Genesis Publications here. So I think either of those might narrow it down. The dark horse, no pun intended, would probably be something like this autograph here. And then, of course, last choice would be something like this. Again, it's a little faded, but that is a really nice picture. So that's kind of just how I would narrow it down. So I know roughly what I'm looking for. We've got the budget going as in the first section. So let's just go ahead and get to the outro. And there you have it. Now join me in the next episode where I'm going to be sharing more of my progress and we're going to continue on with the journey. Thank you all, and here we go.